Coach, encouraging to see Jonas Corposello out in the ice today.
Yeah, feeling a lot better.
Good chance that he could go tonight.
Yep.
Game time decision.
Yep.
Is this game against, like, would you look at them as a measuring stick team given went to the Cup final last year, President's Trophy the year before?
Yeah, they're on any given night, they're as good as anybody in the National Hockey League. They're deep. Their D joined the rush, but they also give you no time. They're playing really good defensively. So, yeah, I'd say, for us, we've had enough time to digest after Sweden. We didn't play very good last game. We've had a couple good practices, and this is going to be a real good game.
Managing momentum, a key part of your message tonight.
Yeah, for sure. Whether you score or they score or it's a bad penalty or whatever, the next shift is the most important. And you can just control what you can control. You can't let emotions get away from you. And the other night we gave up a goal and then we forced it to try and score in the next shift. Just get back playing and just worry about your next shift and we'll be fine.
DJ, why did Tim Stützle not take any face-offs on Friday?
Well, Timmy, depending on how he does, or how he's feeling, that particular night, whether he's losing, winning, and he's also with Claude Giroux, who's taken, I can't remember the number, someone told me the other day. So if Timmy's not feeling it or not going good, Giroux's capable of taking left draws, right draws. So for us, he'll take less draws as long as he's with Giroux, and he could take even less tonight playing with Brady.
Is there much he can do to improve and at some point become a more rounded, complete centerman?
Oh, I think Timmy this year, I'm not sure of his exact percentage. I think he's just under 50, but he's improved. I mean, he was in the 30s, and I think young centermen in the league, if you look at Tavares and you look at some of these guys when they were younger, Matthews, these guys, Barkov, for example, was in the 40s. And then all of a sudden, these guys get to 51, 52, and then they become real good centermen. It takes, I don't know the exact number that Claude Giroux's taken in his career, but it takes a big number before you're beating the big boys every night. And remember, he's going against the other team's either top player or top defensive player. So the guys he's taking faceoffs against are the other team's best.
And you'd rather, in some cases, I know Claude's there, but Brady take them for Tim?
I think it depends on the situation and how Tim's doing in the circle that night. Those guys will talk. Is it an O-zone draw? Is it a D-zone draw where they have to switch? There's all those scenarios. In the O-zone, it's not as imperative that the center takes a draw, but in the D-zone, you want your centerman as the centerman. So a lot of times he'll take the one on the left, Giroux will take the one on the right. But they do switch as the game goes on.
What have you thought of Corposello's transition here?
He's been, he started a really good exhibition. He got a couple in there, and then I think he's starting to go into the guy that he is. He's given us some really good games. He's kept us in games. He's won us games. And he's a guy that, we know how good he can be, and I think he's well on his way there.
Just, are you anticipating Shabbat Friday at this point? Is it looking good?
It's looking good, but I mean, again, there's no definites in the training staff, medical staff. They'll tell us where he is, but he practiced yesterday full and looked good and felt good.
Is this a bounce back game here for you guys of much importance or major importance based on how the game was played the other night?
Well, I mean, I think it's important that we look at every game that they're bounce back or keep rolling. I mean, it's whatever happened last game happened, and now, we're playing a team that, is our division, and they've been playing pretty good. So it's just a great test for us, and not overthinking it. Just go out there and play our best game.
You're obviously used to the face-off circle, but you've been taking a bit extra for Tim. Are you okay with that, or how is that relationship on the ice?
Yeah, it's good. I mean, haven't really thought about it. When he tells me to take him, I take him, and that's pretty much it. I've taken a lot of face-offs in my career, so I'm pretty comfortable there.
I notice when you take them, you talk a lot. What are you saying to the other player? Or can you reveal anything?
Sometimes I don't even know. I don't know, it kind of gets me in the game and kind of get involved, so half the time it's just nonsense.
English or French?
A little bit of both, but mostly English, I guess.
When you first came into the league, how long did it take you before you felt comfortable in the dot where you consistently winning
Well, I think with years you kind of find tricks. I think knowing who you're going against to and what he's going to do, I think you want to be able to do a few different things on the dot and make the other guy think. But you know, at the end of the day, it's if you want to win it, you just got to work a little harder.
Coach just talked about bringing up momentum shifts and dealing with momentum shifts. Is it easier said than done to respond when there is a major shift in momentum?
Yeah, sometimes it's hard. You know, things are not going your way. Sometimes you might push a little harder than normally, and sometimes you just gotta. Sometimes less is more. So it's about knowing how to react and not overthinking it.
You don't have brothers, do you?
No.
Okay. I was just going to ask you about sibling rivalry. You know, when you know Brady's going up against his brother, if you were to compete against, I think it was maybe a sister, you know, what's that like?
Yeah, I have a sister who's 5 years older, so we've had our battles, but you know, I think it's good when you grow up and you have a sibling that you can compete with, and just kind of it just makes you better. And playing against a sibling in the NHL, I don't know how it feels, but it's got to be a little awkward.